Hello, everybody. This is Mike Nelson from the Mike Nelson Show. I want to thank everybody who's already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe right now. Today, I'm here with a very special guest. I got Larry Barragan from the band La Santa Oscuridad, one of the guitarists. How you doing today, Larry?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So, I want to ask you, how did the whole project start out with La Santa Oscuridad? When did this band kick off?
It's been now about I guess 4 years, going on 5 years. Um, Rudy Rocha and I, the other guitarist, are good friends, and our wives are good friends, and so we go out every once in a while, and it was one of those nights where we went out drinking, and we went to go see some other friends of ours that were actually doing a rock en español tribute band kind of. And so we were sitting there watching them, and I just jokingly told Rudy, the only thing missing in rock en español is rock, is there was nothing really heavy or hard rock or anything like that. And so Rudy plays in a band called La Fiebre, which is pretty big Tejano band here in Texas, and in the United States as well. Um, and he said we should do a band then. We should make a band and make it heavy and sing in Spanish. And I was like, well, if you're serious, yeah, let's do it. Obviously I was drunk, but yeah, I said, let's go, let's do it. And then right then, the band that was playing, they took a break, and their bass player walked off the stage, and he was a good friend of ours, which is Ray Solis. He's also the bass player for Love and War. And we said, hey man, you want to be our bass player? And he kind of like, what? Yeah. Are you guys putting a band together? And we kind of told him what our intentions were, and he was like, yeah, for sure, I'm down. And so I went home that night, and I wrote a couple of songs that night, and then maybe I wrote like one more during the week, and I demoed them here in my studio, and I sent them to Rudy and Ray. And I said, well, it looks like all we need is a singer and a drummer. And Ray knew both, singer and drummer. So yeah, I sent the demos to those guys, and Juan Ramirez, who is our vocalist, came a few days later with lyrics in hand, and he recorded the first demo of Lágrimas de Sangre, which we actually did a lyric video for, and it's on the first EP. And Ray also knew our drummer, Jaime Recio, and it all came about very quickly. We I started writing the songs and sending them out, and then the next thing it was like, okay, well, we need to rehearse. Let's start getting together and seeing if this is actually something that we want to all spend time on. We all have bands that we're our actual, I don't want to say our real bands, but the primary band, like I play in Helstar, and Rudy has La Fiebre, Raised in Love and War, and Juan, he was doing a few other projects as well as Hyman. That first rehearsal, it sounded like we had been playing together for a little bit, so everything went smoothly, and we kind of looked around and said, hey, I think we might have something here. And yeah, we just never stopped after that, just kept writing songs, and I'm fortunate enough that I have the studio here, and I can knock out the recordings fairly quickly.
Now, you're part of the Houston music scene. How's the music scene out there in Texas for bands like you guys?
I mean, the metal scene it's good. It's growing again. There's a kind of a resurgence of bands supporting other bands, coming out to shows and stuff, which I think is really important, is for bands to get out and see each other, and support, the scene. That's how you get it going again. And so it's been nice here the last couple of years. I mean, plus I guess, now that the whole COVID thing is, I guess, kind of done. I don't know, but at least we can get out now. Um, I think people are, they want to go out and they want to see the bands that they hadn't been able to see. I mean, we lost 2 years with COVID. We were right as we were releasing our second EP, they locked us down. So we had like a lot of stuff in the works that just, it just died. And I mean, we're not the only band that happened to, but um, it's just unfortunate that that happened. And now we are again, trying to rebuild the momentum.
So the band has recorded a couple EPs. How was it like, doing that, getting those professional recordings there for those first two EPs?
Everything we do, everything I do out of necessity, so we don't have like the big budget and the label. Everything we're doing is self-funded. So, um, I have, like I said, I have my studio's in disarray right now. I'm currently reorganizing, but yeah, I mean, I've been recording on Pro Tools for a few years. It started with doing demos for my other band, Helstar, and then when it came to recording this band, well, it was like, well, I got to do it, So um, it was just kind of a natural thing. I was recording the songs more as demos to see where we were going with it, but we were actually, uh, our everybody was coming in and recording their parts, and so the whole getting back to like the whole recording thing, well, it's just something that I do now all the time. So um it's it's kind of a luxury now.
Now you guys covered Shakira, right? On this last EP?
It was a single that we
Single, that's right. The
released.
last single, I mean.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
talk to me about that?
yeah. We did the song called Ojos Así. It's on her, I think it's her second album called Fiestas Calzos. And the first time I heard the song, I thought, man, that I like that song. I think I can. It'd be cool to do something with that song, kind of, you know, make it a little bit heavier, more metal like, And so I kicked the idea around for a while, and then again, I kind of recorded. I took her original song, and then I just recorded like heavy guitars over it just to see how it would sound, and we're like, I showed it to everybody, like, what do you guys think? You guys want to try to do this? And everyone's like, yeah, let's try it, And every time we played the song, the reaction was really good. So then when we finally said, okay, let's actually do this. Let's remove the actual original recording and start from scratch and doing the drums, guitar, and everything. And it helped that we had already played the song live a couple times, so there was the arrangements were easier to come by then. Um, but yeah, it's been received quite well. The video came out really great, so yeah, we're real happy with it.
Now, what's in store for the band in the next year or next year? Any plans for the band in terms of recording
Well, right
music?
now, yeah, I mean, right now we're getting ready to release a couple more singles, and I guess what we'll do is we'll just kind of release, you know, 3, 4 more singles within a couple of months of each other, and then at 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 the end we'll combine all those and make an EP, out of that we can actually sell a hard copy of. Um, and it's, I mean, we're playing a lot. We're playing in Austin September 9th. Oh, this weekend. This weekend in
Couple
Austin,
days.
Texas at the Lost Well, and then after that we're doing opening for a band called Solicitor. They opened up for Helstar in Europe, so that's where I know those guys from, and it'll be nice to kind of flip the tables and have Santa Oscuridad open up for them. Great band. That's on September 18th here in Houston at Black Magic Social Club, and then we'll head down to the Valley September 30th to play at the Hop Shop in Harlingen, and then there's a band from California that they're actually like, I don't know if you ever heard of Metalachi.
Yeah, I've
They're
heard of
kind of
them.
a spin.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the spin-off. It's the two guys that left Metalachi. They have
Okay.
another mariachi band called Outlaw Mariachi, and they're playing here in Houston for the first time. And so we're opening up for that show. That should be fun. And then that's pretty much it for now. I mean, like I said, we're just here in the studio recording and getting ready to put out some more singles.
Last question here. What made you pick up the guitar, Larry?
I actually wanted to be a drummer
Okay.
first, and my older brother was like, "No, you don't want to be the drummer," because he was like, "The drummer's in the back, and they got to carry all this crap, So you want to play guitar? The guitar player's in the front." And I was like, I guess so. And he started. I mean, he was a big influence on me musically. He started showing me bands like, Jimi Hendrix and Cream and Led Zeppelin and Rush and Deep Purple and Black Sabbath. And so all the bands I were listening to had that heavy edge already. Whereas like, oh, my friends from school, I mean, I guess they were probably like 10, 11 years old at that time. They were all listening to top 40 type stuff, but not me. I was already engulfed in that heavy stuff, and then by the time I actually did get a guitar, I was probably about 13. But I had been wanting one I had the bug for a long time, and finally it came true. And yeah, I never put it down. I mean, I just played all the time. And I mean, I don't know how many times I would fall asleep, wake up, and I'd have this thing in my lap, going, you know, and oh shit, what time is it? Oh, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, put it up, go back to sleep, and then wake up, go to school, and yeah, it was an obsession. Still is.
There we go. I want to thank you, Larry, for coming on the show today.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody.